Kanta Namastude Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Prishabhano Sude Devi Pranamami Hare Priya Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Paritanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So, here in the beginning of the 11th canto, Rishabdev, an incarnation of the Lord, so had 100 sons. The eldest was known as Bharat Maharaj, after whom this world in which we are situated in Mangal was named Bharatvarsha. So he was the eldest son. After him, 9 sons were there, the 9 Yogendras. And after that there were 90 other sons, and they were all exalted personalities. So in this chapter, so Narada Muni is speaking to Vasudev about the 9 Yogendras meeting Maharaj Nimi, a devotee of the Lord also. And he had questions in regards to the absolute truth. And in regards to, especially here in this chapter, liberation from the illusory energy. So, ourselves as devotees we know, and so the king, he was a devotee and the representative of the Lord, but he could understand also that the external energy, Maya, is very strong. And we as devotees, I think all of you can also say that it is not so easy to overcome the external energy. The Lord's external energy made of the 3 modes of material nature, Rajagun, Tamagun and Sattvagun. So, actually as Krishna is saying in the Bhagavad Gita, Daivi Ishigunamaya Gunamaya Vatnatya. So it is difficult to overcome this, my energy. But those who have surrendered unto me, Mametam Tarantite, that was the last line. Yes, that's the last line. Yeah, so this external energy is difficult to overcome. And Krishna is saying, my energy, my external energy. And so he has many, as I explained also, multifarious energies are there. So the internal potency is there, and there are many divisions, and then the external potency, which is also Krishna's energy. Everything is coming from Krishna. But if one is surrendering to Krishna, then one can overcome this external energy. There is no other way. So, therefore, the king, for his own knowledge and for, as mentioned also, that he was not alone there, but his ministers were there, advisors were there, servants are there. For their benefit and for the benefit of the praja, of all the citizens, so he's asking questions and asking how to overcome this external energy. So he's asking questions and from the sages, and then each of the sages, one after the other, is answering the questions. So first, Kavi, Yogendra, and then Havi, and then Prabudha, and then Pipalayana Muni. And later on, so one of them, Karabhajan Muni, being questioned about the absolute truth, so he quoted one verse indicating the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is no different from Sri Sri Radha and Krishna, the source of everything. Krishna vanam tisa krishnam sangapangastapasadam yagya shankitapaya yajante hizumeda saha. Those who are intelligent, sumeda, very intelligent, they will take shelter of Krishna Chaitanya. He's Krishna himself, but his Krishna means he has golden complexion. He's actually assumed the bhav, the mood, and the duty, the luster of Srimati Radharani. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nayanya. Radha Bhava Duty Somitam Nomi Krishna Sarupam. So that is significant. So he was telling King Nimios about Sri Krishna Chaitanya, although that was thousands of years ago. But the great sages, they are Trikalagya, they know past, present and future. So they knew that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will come in the age of Kali. And he will introduce the Yuga Dharma, the chanting of the holy names, the Mahā Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So here, specifically, Pipalaya Muni is explaining about the nature of the soul. Na Atma, the soul, Atma, Jajana, was born. So same instructions, so the great personalities, they give the same instructions as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Vande Sri Krishna Jagadguru. So Krishna is Adipurush, Mulrup. He is the origin of all the spiritual worlds. He is the origin of all incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he spoke this knowledge to Arjuna. Of course, that was much later. But these are the eternal instructions. And after a few chapters here in the same 11th canto, he is giving instructions to Uddhav, known as Uddhav Sandesh. Because Uddhav, he knew that Krishna is going to disappear. So he came crying, although he's an associate of the Lord, but fearing the impending separation and then feeling that, what will I do without you, Krishna? So he expressed, and when Krishna said, don't worry, I will give you some instructions. And then you will just remember these instructions and you don't have to worry. So he was very exalted personality, Uddhav. And of course he was already before, he was sent to Braj. And to understand who are the greatest, to make him understand who are the greatest devotees. So very beautiful, very beautiful pastime is there in the 10th canto. So, so these great personalities, sometimes they are put into illusion so that this transcendental knowledge can be given. So here, and also, so is indicating Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Also a verse is there, Dham, Srimad Krishna Chaitanya Devam, Vande Jagadgurum, Yasyanukampaya Swapi, Mahavadim, Sataram Sukham. That here also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is addressed as Jagadguru. And then by taking shelter of him, even a dog, it is explained, can cross over the ocean, Yasyanukampaya, by his mercy. A dog can cross the ocean of material existence. So that refers to one pastime also in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, when Shivananda Sena brought the devotees from Bengal to Jagannath Puri to meet Mahaprabhu. Of course, to see Snanyatra and Ratyatra of Jagannath also, but But specifically, actually, they came to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So one dog was accompanying them. And Shivananda Sena, being very merciful, took care of him also. Make sure that he got prasad every day, and even when they had to cross the river, then he was paying tax, even for the dog, for crossing the river. So, and then at one point, then the dog went to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu gave him prasad, and then it was told that he was liberated. So, so basically the knowledge is the same, and first of all, we have to understand that we are not this body, we are his spirit soul. As Krishna says, Dehenusmin yata de kaumram jaram jara tatha deantara praptir dhiras tatra namuyati. So dhira, sober person is not bewildered by the change of the body. He knows I'm spirit soul, so he's not bewildered. And then also at the time of death, he remembers Krishna, the Supreme Lord. And if he's perfect, then he can enter the pastimes of the Lord. If he's not perfect, then as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, in the next life he will continue. He will get a body, he will take birth in a family of devotees or an aristocratic family. And then he may continue, because whatever one is doing in this lifetime, that will stay with us. The spiritual assets, they stay with us. The more we do devotional service, the more we advance, that will stay with us. And in the next lifetime, we will, if we have not attained perfection, we will continue where we stopped. So, so here, so the same point is making about the existence of the soul, and the soul is never born. Aja, not born. Ja means born. As here mentioned here, Jajana. And Krishna is also known as Aja, or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Aja Chaitanya. We have one devotee here, Pujari, Aja Chaitanya. Unborn, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So similarly, the jivas who are part and parcels of Krishna, they are unborn. They're eternal. Just like Krishna's form, Satchidananda Sarup, Ishvara Parama Krishna, Satchidananda Vigrana, Dira Govinda, Sarvakarana Karanam. So Krishna is the source of everything, and he has a transcendental form full of bliss and knowledge. And the part and parcels of Krishna, Mamevamsa Jivaloke Jivabhuta Sanatana, as Krishna is explaining in the 15th chapter, they are my part and parcels, so they have the same nature. Those are eternal, knowledgeable or conscious and blissful, and have a personal form, like Krishna's beautiful form. Shyamsundar, Tribanglalit, Pitambaradesh. So he has a beautiful form, just like the rain clouds. Now nicely raining, so that is the color of a little darker, bluish, grayish black. Kanaka Jalada Gatro, so that is explained. Nilapidambaresha. So his complexion is just like a cloud, different names for cloud. Mega, therefore Krishna's name is Mega Shyam. Or Jalada, Jalada, that which gives rain, that is the cloud. Now you can see the cloud, Jalada, it is giving rain. So that is Krishna's complexion, and he has a beautiful yellow dhoti. So yellow because actually he wants to always be embraced by Srimati Radharani, so therefore he has a yellow dhoti, that is his favorite color. So similarly, the living entities also Satchidananda Vigraha, and have a transcendental form, but there's a difference between Krishna and the Jiva. Krishna is Brihat Chid Vastu. Chid Vastu means conscious thing, subject or object. Chid Vastu. Brihat, but his Vibhu is big, unlimited, and the living entity is Anu Chid Vastu. Anu, infinitesimal, but the same quality. So just like the Supreme Lord, so the Jiva was never born and will never die. And nor does he grow old. So there is eternal form of the Lord. Krishna is in Kishoravasta, like 15 years old. Nava Yovana, fresh youth, most beautiful. The other personalities of Godhead, they're a little older, like 25 years old, like Krishna in Dwarka. So Krishna in the spiritual world is in Golok, like 15 years old, and in Mathura is like 25 years old, and in Dwarka is maybe a little older, like 30 years maybe, must be something like that. But still looking like a youth, most beautiful. And he has 16,108 wives. And from each wife he has 10 children. So Krishna is eternally residing in Braj, in Golok Vrindavan, the highest planet, the biggest planet. Simultaneously is in Mathura and Dwarka also. And then the expanded forms are there, in Vaikuntha. And they all have a Satchinanda Vigraha. Vishnu, Narayan, Ramchandra Bhagavan, of course mostly they are four-arm form, but Ramchandra he has a beautiful form. Of course we cannot say 2 arms only, because that is perfect and complete form. But Vishnu has additional 2 arms. But Vishnu is not superior to Ram, neither superior than Krishna. Similarly, even Dwarkadish. So Dwarkadish mostly is there with his 2 arms. But sometimes he's showing his associates. Hey, look, I have 2 more arms, by the way. And he's showing his 4-armed form. But that form is not superior than Krishna. Krishna's 2-handed form, that is the original form. Adi Purush, Adi Devam, Mulru. And the pastimes in Braj are most beautiful. And so the eternal associates of Krishna, they have Satchidananda Sarup. They are also eternal, blissful and conscious. Conscious of Krishna, Krishna conscious. And we're also trying to be Krishna conscious. Means conscious of Krishna. So of course, so the most exalted are the Brijavasis, and there's no illusion there. They're never in illusion. There's no material illusion, but there's transcendental illusion, moha. So even Krishna becomes bewildered, therefore his name is Mohita Krishna, bewildered Krishna. And that is in the pastimes, especially in Braj. In Dwarka or Krishna is not bewildered. In the spiritual world, of course even in Braj actually is not bewildered, but he's performing his pastimes and he seems to be bewildered by his own potency. So Krishna is Swarat, fully independent, is Sarvagya, he knows everything, but then he's Mugdha also, he becomes bewildered by his own potency. So that his transcendental pastimes in Braj can go on. So similarly the pure devotees, they are also never bewildered, materially speaking. But spiritually speaking, they are under sometimes, of course in Braj, they don't know that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. So that is the, by the internal potency, they think Krishna is my friend, Krishna is my beloved. So that is we may say there's a transcendental illusion is there, or bewilderment may be there. So just like Arjun, he also became bewildered, but that is not Mahamaya, the external potency. That is by the internal potency, so that Bhagavad Gita could be spoken. Similarly Uddhav, he became bewildered by the internal potency. But the conditioned soul, so they are under the external energy, Mahamaya, and they are bewildered. And so they are trying to become free from bewilderment. So here is further saying, so the spirit soul is actually the knower of youth, middle age, and death. So that is a dhira.